Alright, hey guys, welcome to the video. Trying a new setup today, brand new camera, brand new setup. So if the audio sounds a bit different to what you are used to on this channel, it is because I am trying a brand new camera, which I might talk about in a future video. But that is aside the point for today's video. Today I'd like to talk about my experience shooting a clothing brand for the very first time. So I'm no stranger to shooting like products. All of 2024 I had a ongoing client where I would be shooting for them, and it was product shoots pretty much for social media and their website. They are absolutely flourishing now, and I'm very happy that I was able to be part of their growth. But somewhere in between then and now, another brand has reached out to me to try and get some photos and do what I did for that other brand to help them grow. So leading into the shoot, there were a couple of concerns in my head. Not really concerns, just stuff that I wasn't really sure about. And the big ones were the fact that I was having to direct a model. Don't have much experience with directing models just yet. And the location of where we were going to shoot was somewhat undetermined. I know that with the Pinterest board that my client had sent to me for inspiration, there was a couple of indoor shoots. So luckily enough for me, my mate Josh, he has an apartment and we were able to use that for the first half of the indoor shoot. In my head, I was thinking it's probably easier for Josh, who is not a experienced model, to give him an action to do rather than pose for photos. I made myself a little list of photos that I wanted and a list of actions that Josh could do so that it was easier on him and easier for myself to organize my thoughts and to direct him. I always say that your first photos are probably not going to be the banger photos, so we kind of just stuck with the Pinterest board directions to get the juices flowing, and I think that was a really good play. So since I was most excited to get some of these model photos done, I got Josh to put on the clothing and I directed him, and we got the model photos done first.
Yeah, do whatever. Is that right?
Yeah, if you just lay head there, legs that way.
Get to it.
Yeah. Alright. Post up, let's fire some shots. Because I just want to make sure.
Like reading a book? Or just like.
Lying down first, so first one, hand behind your head. Easy as that, looking up.
Oh.
Yeah, literally like that. That's nice, yeah. Nice shot. You got the easy job, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out. You want to do feet cross? Yeah, that's cool. Do you do your other foot on top? Yeah. The socks are actually sick. I really like the socks.
It's so comfortable.
Alright, let's throw this book in. Just open it, doesn't matter which page. I might try and frame it so that it's not hold it. Just feel natural, dude.
I think some of the photos was like
Yeah, that's a little more pronounced. That's sick. Can you do that pose one more time?
Okay.
Alright, cool. I think that's enough from there. Let's do socks. A really cool and easy one is literally just you putting them on. Yeah, so just just go slowly. Easy as that. Alright, go slowly. I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna go side angle. Oh, this is sick. I like it. Oh, this would look good in like a black and white. Oh, this is so heavily backlit though. It's alright. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, very cool. I like that. Oh, bro!
What?
This map is sick.
Yeah.
We could literally just have like a hot drink. Let's boil a cup. Yeah, we'll boil a cup so there's steam coming out and you're literally just leaning on the wall.
Nice.
What's up, YouTube? Alright. So we did the first spot, but I found in Josh's room this map. So we're going to try and use this somehow in a photo. It's a good prop. Say hi, Josh.
I have no idea what I'm doing. This is insights to my room. I have 2 fans.
2 fans?
For all my fans.
So after the indoor shoot, we moved to an outdoor location. The area that Josh lives in is quite new, and there was a lot of fresh, like, park areas that we could go and play with. I had an idea where we wanted to go, and I had some ideas of what I wanted to try and achieve while I was out and about with Josh in this instance. So we set out with those initial ideas, but along the way we found a really nice location to shoot at, and that's where we got the majority of the outdoor photos.
No worries.
All right, see you soon. Bye. Let's go. Yeah, this is nice. I gotta remember to get landscape photos. Can you switch feed again, please? All right, let's do the one with it, with you on your stomach.
Okay. It's still recording, I think.
Eating grass. Oh. All right. I don't think that. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Sick, dude.
Oh, why is that so hard? Oh!
So although this clothing brand's theme is rest is best, their overarching like mantra and philosophy is more of an outdoor lifestyle kind of brand. So while I had the gear, I figured I could try and go a little bit above and beyond for the client and deliver some photos and other content that they could use in the future. So with the shoot wrapped up, we went out for lunch, met up with my wife and kids, and then we parted ways from there. But what I took away from this was quite valuable. I'd like to share you my findings. So as I said in the start of the video, I had a couple of concerns, mostly with working with a model. I haven't had much experience with working with models, but after this, I'm feeling a lot more confident, but there's definitely more room to grow. So the big things that I learned from this was with posing. Posing is a big thing with models. If you're working with models who aren't like actually models, you want to give your model or the person you're working with directions in terms of how to move that look natural. And finding ways to incorporate an action is going to give you the best way or the best result in terms of like posing, which isn't posing. It looks a little more natural and you don't want it to come off as superposed in those images. Something that I did while on the shoot to loosen Josh up a bit was just put on some music. Like, why have we got to try and be so like formal and serious about it? We can just have a bit of fun. And if your model's a little more comfortable and loose and more amiable to do things to help you out with the images, it'll definitely translate well into your photos. So music was a good one. Set the vibe, make them feel comfortable. So lighting and location was another thing that I took away some insights and learned some lessons from this shoot. Having an ND filter was so clutch for me because when we went outside and did the outdoor shoots, it was what, 10 a.m.-ish, and in the winter time here, that's pretty much just harsh sunlight to use. So being able to put an ND filter on my camera and incorporate those slower shutter speeds that way translated into really nice images in the end. So make sure you have an ND filter on you if you're going outdoors so that you have the most versatility with your photos. Circling back to indoors, I think it's going to be on the cards for me, if I am to do a shoot like this again, to get some kind of portable light. Being able to like backlight something or really highlight a product and control light that way, that will be a very big edge and help out a lot in the future for any product shoots. And like most people, shooting outdoors is probably going to be the most comfortable place to be, and it is definitely apparent for me that shooting outdoors is where I feel most comfortable. This is totally fine to have that realization for, but it is a good idea for me now moving forward to shoot a little more indoors and figure out lighting that way. So that's a really nice piece of information for myself. And another big realization I've had during this whole shoot was that I have a good sense of imposter syndrome with these sort of things. During the editing process for these images, I felt like, oh, these were kind of average photos, but when I sent them to the client, he was quite stoked, at least from the messages that I've received from him. And after showing Josh, after showing my wife, after showing some other people at work, they were like, yeah, these images are awesome. They're actually really cool. So yeah, imposter syndrome was definitely apparent. You are your harshest critic. Don't take yourself too seriously, but take yourself seriously enough so that you can figure out your flaws and try and patch them up. So that'll wrap up the video, just a short one today. I just wanted to share some thoughts and insights with you if you are going out and shooting with models or you are shooting a clothing brand. Hopefully you learned something valuable. Thanks for sticking around. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.